There were twice as many oranges as apples in a box, and 3 times as many pears as apples. When a quarter of the oranges were eaten, there were 21 oranges left in the box, and we're asked how many pieces of fruit were there in the box at first. Okay, so a lot of information. Um, let's just start drawing bars. Right, there were twice as many oranges as apples in a box. So I'm going to start with the apples. Okay, that's sort of like my basic unit. And I'm going to draw this, random sized bar. This represents the number of apples. Okay, and we're told that there were twice as many oranges as apples. So when I draw the oranges, I'm going to have twice what represents the apples. Okay, so this part, all these units have the same value, represent the same number of pieces of fruit. Okay, so I think I have captured that. Twice as many oranges as apples. Yep, I'm happy with that. And 3 times as many pears as apples. So the pears are also being compared to the apples. So again, if the apples have this much, then the pears are going to have 3 times as many. Okay, so that represents the pears. Okay, right. I think I'm happy with that. 3 times as many pears as apples. Right, okay. Now it tells us that when a quarter of the oranges were eaten, there were 21 oranges left in the box. Okay, a quarter of the oranges. They're dividing the oranges into quarters. Now at the moment, this is the total number of oranges, and that's divided into 2 equal parts, which is halves. So I need to divide each of these parts into 2, and that will give me 4 equal parts. And that's now the oranges divided into quarters. Now, as I've done in other videos, because I've divided these parts, I want to keep everything the same. I'm going to do the same across the model. Okay, so now I've still got equal units, equal parts everywhere. So what does it tell me? It says when a quarter of the oranges were eaten, okay, so, and also actually what we should note that this is the entire model at the start, because remember we have a beginning situation and an end situation. All right. It says when a quarter of the oranges were eaten, so let's cross off a quarter of the oranges, there were 21 oranges left in the box. Okay, so picking another color just for fun. Okay, so that means that these 3 parts represent 21 oranges. And that now means that I can calculate the value of each part. So 21, if I divide that by 3, I get 7. So each of these parts has a value of 7. Okay, as do all of these, as do all of these, as do all of these. And what are we asked? We're asked how many pieces of fruit were there in the box at first. Now, remember, that includes all of the pieces of fruit before they were eaten. So really, I should have put a value in for that as well, because that's also has a value of 7. And that was there at the beginning, at first. So how many 7s do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we just need to do 7 times 12, which gives us 84. And that we could have, that's the, that's our question mark. How many are in the whole model? That's 84 pieces of fruit. All right.